Some children are playing in the street. An old lady walks elegantly towards the children. She stops near them and asks,
Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Children, it's school time. Why don't you go to school? You are wasting your time. Isn't it bad to waste the precious time?
No, ma'am, we are not wasting our time. Actually, our parents are very poor. They don't have much money for our education. But we want to get education. No one is there to help us.
Oh, I'm really very sorry to hear that. If you are interested, come with me. I will teach you.
Thank you, ma'am.
How many straws do you have?
2.
In which century are we living?
18th century.
What is the name of our country?
Ireland.
That's enough for today. Tomorrow we will continue our lesson. Come again, my children.
Thank you, ma'am, for this act of kindness. One of the children is telling to her mother, Mother, I want to tell you something very interesting. An old lady has come in our street. We have never seen her before. She took us to her home and taught us. What does she look like? That's very strange. It has never happened before. She is quite old, graceful, and soft spoken. I want to see that lady. Really, mother? Oh, sure, my child. Come with me, mother. I will take you to her home. May we come in, ma'am?
Yes, come in. You are most welcome.
My daughter told me about you. She was very impressed and has been talking a lot about you. I was very inquisitive to meet you and know about you. Please tell me something about yourself.
Do you really want to know about me?
Yes, ma'am.
Come and sit. I will share my story with you. It is a long story. Let me think back to those days long ago, the days of my youth, my time in land of my Cork, Ireland. My name is Nano Nagle. I was born in 1718 in Ballygriffin near Mallow, Cork.
I'm Anne, the next in line, and my mother's name is also Anne. I am David Nagle, the eldest boy. I'm Murree. When I grow up, I'll help my mother.
I am Catherine. I play all the day.
I am Elizabeth, the youngest sister. I'm Joseph, the youngest in the family, and I'm going to be a lawyer.
We will grow in love. God has made us a family, and together we will grow in love. Oh yes, we need one another, as together we grow in love. family, and together we will grow in love. And together we will grow in love. And together we will grow in love.
Nano, come, hurry up. The teacher has come.
I'm just coming.
Teacher is teaching. And afterwards leaves. Come, Nano, and let's revise the lesson.
Right now, I'm playing. I will do my homework later on.
Gavin, I am very much worried about Nano. She is taking no interest in her studies. And don't fret about Nano. I am very hopeful. My poor Nano will be a saint one day.
Always and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice.
When I was young, there were no proper schools in Ireland because of the penal laws. It was a difficult time for the people of Ireland. Most of the people were poor and most of the children were illiterate. I was one of the lucky ones, as my father had land and his family were rich. He decided to send me to France. Thank God I arrived safely. At first, I didn't like France. But as time passed, I began to like France. My father sent me so much money that I never wanted for anything. I liked to have beautiful dresses and attended all the balls. Early one morning, it so happened coming home with Anne from the ball. I saw a group of people shivering in the cold as they waited for early morning mass.
I am very worried about all the poor and educated children help around us, Nano. They are grown up in ignorance. You and I are educated. We must do something to help on our people.
Look at these people. And why are they waiting here so early in the morning? Why, it's hardly a daybreak yet. And there they are. Look, even the little children.
Yes, I see them. And look at the little girl with no coat on this freezing winter morning.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, mademoiselle. It's very cold.
What are you waiting for?
We are waiting for the church doors to open. We are going to early morning mass here. The church door has opened.
How they must love the Mass to suffer like that on a freezing winter morning.
And look at us, going home to heat and comfort.
The poor value their faith, and me, I value only pleasure. Yet, God draws us all to Himself. Over my wasted youth, but I didn't change my way of life for another 6 years. The year 7 years old brought sorrows for me. I lost my dear ones. My father, mother, and sister departed from me. May their souls rest in peace.
Hands and faces, earth and sky. Love changes everything. How you live and love can make the summer fly. All at night seems like a lifetime. This love changes everything. Now I tremble at your name. Nothing in this world will ever be the same. Nothing in this world will ever be the same. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more. Love changes everything. Pain is deeper than before. Love will turn the world around, and your word will last forever. Yes, love changes everything. Bring you glory, bring you shame. Nothing in this world will ever be the same. Nothing in this world will ever be the same. Nothing in this world will ever be the same.
Nano entered the room and sees her sister cutting a roll of cloth.
Good morning, Anne.
Good morning, my Nano.
Isn't that the roll I brought from Paris?
Yes, it's the same silk roll.
You are making your own dress?
No. Nano, come here to me and listen carefully. We don't have to live for ourselves only. If you look around us, there are so many poor people. They need our help. They have no clothes to wear, no shelter to live in, and no food to eat. The Holy Book says that we have to help our fellow men. I am cutting this material for their clothes.
And you're right. You have opened my eyes. I think this is a call for me from God. I have to help the poor. Yes, maybe God is calling me to help the poor. And I will go with you to visit the poor. I realized the poverty and ignorance of my people. I began to work in secret so as not to expose my brother to to the penalties of penal law. I used to gather the most needy children, taught them as well as provide them with the necessities of life. As a result of my good deeds, I became lovingly known in Cork as the Lady of Lantren. My mission was going very smoothly. I was getting the financial help from my brother Joseph and my uncle. Within a short time, I had several little schools for boys and girls. It was quite difficult for me to look after the schools. Later on, some brave ladies joined me, and all of us worked in secret.
My name is Mary Collins, Miss Nagle. I have seen how you have been helping the poor children in your little school. I would like to be your helper in the school.
Oh, thank you, Mary. That will be great. I have plenty of work for you.
My name is Elizabeth Burke. I have always admired your work and I really want to be a part of it. I will come and help you too if you will have me.
You're very welcome, Elizabeth.
My name is Mary Fohy. I also want to be your helper. We will work together for the poor children.
God will bless you, Mary.
I would love to work with you, Nano, but my mother is very ill.
Thank you, Claire. But your first duty is to your mother. Look after her, and you can help me when your mother gets well. If you don't mind, I will share my rest of story with you after some time.
Thank you, Miss Nagle. We are very impressed by your story. Nano was 57 years old when she began her society. After 2 years of spiritual training, they all made their profession and promised to spend the rest of their lives to serve the children and people of Cork. Nano called the ladies who were working in her schools. It was Christmas Eve.
My dear sisters, I have decided to make a congregation. I have thought of its name. We will call ourselves the Sisters of Charitable Instruction of the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
It's a wonderful decision. The name is beautiful. We all agree with your decision.
Longing to find some peace of mind, finally opened the door. I, what I
Oh God, please help me. I am in desperate need of money. Nano is begging for money on the street. Some people are very mean and rude to her. Look at this lady, ha ha ha. Some of them started calling her the old beggar.
Shortly before Nano died, the sisters gathered around her deathbed, and she said, "Love one another, as I have hitherto done," and breathed her last breath. She told the sisters,
आखिरी सांसों में भी नैनो खिदमत करती रही। आखिरी सांसों में भी नैनो खिदमत करती रही। खिदमत कैसे करनी है नैनो ने बता दिया। खिदमत कैसे करनी है नैनो ने बता दिया। आखिरी सांसों में भी नैनो खिदमत करती रही। आखिरी सांसों में भी नैनो खिदमत करती रही।
that after her death, the schools would flourish. The early years after her death were ones of struggle, but slowly, other young women committed their lives to the fragile and small congregation. The first Presentation Convent was established in Nano Nagle's house in Convent in Cork in 1775. It became known as South Presentation Convent. Later, another convent was established on the north side of Cork City, and it became known as North Presentation. Within a few years, Nano had 7 schools.
Nano's death brought the Presentation sisters to a point where they thought about the future of their work. Slowly, they started moving out to other towns and cities in Ireland to which they felt called. They carried the lantern of love, learning, and sacrifice whenever they went. They continued from Ireland across the world. A group of sisters with great courage left the west of Ireland to spread their wings in Newfoundland, North America in 1883. Their journey across the Atlantic was treacherous. The sisters in Ireland, receiving neither letter nor any news of the 4 sisters who had left, believed that they must have drowned during the crossing of the stormy Atlantic. Their special prayers offered for the repose of their souls. Shortly afterwards, news arrived that they were safe and well, having survived an perilous journey on the rough seas of the Atlantic Ocean. Manchester's in England was found in 1836. The West Indies in 1841. India in 1842. USA in 1854. Tasmania in 1866. And mainland Australia in 1873.
In 1895, Mother Ignatius and along with three brave sisters arrived in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent, Rawalpindi. These women had left their native land, Ireland, believing that they would never return. Yet they were ready to give off their all for love of the children in this part of the world. In the following century, foundations were established in Africa in 1949. And Zambia in 1970. New Zealand in 1951. The first of a new wave of foundations from Ireland to the USA began in Texas in 1952. Followed by Philippines in 1960. South America in 1982. Ecuador in 1983. Peru in 1993. Slovakia in 1992. And Thailand in 1999. So that Presentation Sisters have become truly a worldwide organization in the spirit of their foundress.
Presentation Sisters responds to the need of the poor all over the world. They care for children with particular needs. They believe and respect all creation. They create just systems and challenge systems which perpetuate poverty. They live the mission of Jesus to work for people made poor by unjust systems. They gather resources for global justice. Nano's last words have stayed with the Presentation Sisters throughout and will be a guiding force for them in the years to come. May we, her co-workers, students and sisters, continue to live her vision according to the needs of today.
रोशनी Monday.